Good morning, everyone. It is 8:39. Welcome back to the program. Lou, along with Michelle Brown in studio
Good
right
morning.
now. Yeah, Jackie is on her way to a golf course right now.
She does a lot of that lately.
And she is going to be, again, finding out what is going on. Catch Des Moines golf tournament is happening, so we'll find out who she's going to be rubbing elbows with here in just a little bit. But we are going to be rubbing elbows with the guy here that if you are looking for some outdoor furniture, this is the guy that has your answers. Chris Bump is here from the Fireplace Superstore, and we are talking about furniture that you might not think is furniture for the outside, but you said this is something that is totally not only acceptable, but is gaining in popularity.
Exactly. Sofas, lounge chairs, love seats. It's not just for your living room anymore. The outdoor deep seating furniture has become much more popular over the last 3 to 5 years, really. Deep, thick cushions that are designed to dry quickly, aluminum or wicker frames that are going to hold up to the weather very well. Yeah, stuff that you wouldn't think of for indoors or for outdoors is sitting on your deck now.
Now, are these? I'm sorry, but are these designed to be in outdoor spaces that have a cover over them, or can you put them out in the wide open?
Yes. So
the answer is yes.
I guess on both of those.
Because that was the same question we had here. Do you have to have those in a three-season porch area, or can you put them out on the patio?
You can put them out on the patio. You can put them on a three-seasons porch. You can put them on a covered deck area, which is really popular out in a lot of the newer homes. They're designed where they'll take the rain. If they get wet, they get wet. So be it.
You're not going to get bent out of shape if they get wet.
If you get wet, they dry. The fabric is designed to basically take any kind of mold, mildew resistant. It dries quickly. The fill on the inside of the cushions are designed to let the water soak right through and drain out the bottom, so you don't have to worry about them getting wet and staying wet like you used to. They're great for outdoor all applications.
So you can have a rain and then soon after not sit down and have to worry about getting up and having your back all wet.
I have big, thick cushions on the chairs at my house. I will still have water standing on the lid of my fire pit, and I can sit on the chair cushions.
No way.
I could put a Kleenex down, sit on that, and the Kleenex wouldn't be wet.
All right, that's all well and good if it's made out of material that'll run through. But how comfortable are they?
I tell you, as comfortable as the sofa or the lazy boy in your living room. Nice tall backs on these for taller guys. Get your headrest back there. Nice wide, generous seats for some of the bigger folks, or the ladies like to sit with their feet kicked up beside them. It's great. You can curl up in those chairs and sit for hours while you're outside reading a book or doing whatever.
And yeah, I think if I'm going to want to hang out somewhere and be comfy, I'd want to be outside. And so that's where I'd rather have better sofas outside sometimes, I think, than inside.
If it's not raining, it's a great place to be. And Taylor said it's not going to rain for a while.
All right, so we're in good shape there. But so we talked about the rain, and if it does get wet, not a big deal. But we're also talking about the fact you said you could have these out in the open. You can have them out on a deck that doesn't have a cover, or on a patio that doesn't have a cover. What about the sun beating down on the material these things are made of? Are they going to crack open?
The fabrics on these are a solution dyed acrylic, so it's basically a petrochemical, for lack of a better term. The color is all the way through the fabric. What they say is it's more like a carrot than a radish. So a traditional...
That's a good way of looking at it. No, that's a very good way of looking at it.
So, carrot's orange all the way through, where a radish is red on the outside and white in the middle. When you take a conventional cotton or olefin fiber and you dye it, you really have something to fade to. Where a solution dyed acrylic started out whatever color it was, the thread's always that color, so it has much more fade resistance to it.
So the whole material is the color.
Exactly. And I'm not going to say they don't fade, but they take a long time to fade, and they're very durable. Sunbrella is one of our popular brands of fabric. Outdura is another one that you see a lot of. And their fabrics, they're going to have a 3-year, 5-year fade warranty. The material is very resistant to any kind of mold or mildew. The fill on the insides of the cushions are designed to drain through, so you're very resistant to any kind of mold or mildew there. I say it's just stuff that's really easy to live with.
Now, do you have a lot of, just like when you're buying your interior sofas and things, a lot of designs and patterns of the materials themselves for the cushions? And do you have like a lot of that already in stock, or is that something that you kind of have to special order?
Yes, once again.
Again, yes.
So we've got great stock right now. I've probably got...
How many? Throw a number out there.
Groups of this style, probably somewhere in the 25 to 30 range.
No way.
So a lot of different groups people come and take a look at. We've got over 100 groups on display. but of the nice big deep seating sofas, lounge chairs, like I say, 25 to 30, and all the stuff that people could take with them right then and there. So
if you go in there, find what you like, you can have it the same day.
Put it in the back of your truck and take it home.
Put it in the truck and take it home. We can't deliver the same day, but actually if somebody were picking up stuff today or were coming in picking things out today, I can still get it by the 4th of July. I have a couple of deliveries available for next week. No, easy to own, easy to take care of, and you can special order. So all of these companies will have a broad catalog of fabric options that if you look and see, hey, I really like that sofa, but I want it in brown with this fabric. Okay.
How long would that take? If somebody did see that, maybe they have a project that's going on, it's going to be completed soon. How long would it take?
3-4 weeks typically to do a special order.
So if you order it here, if you get it ordered in the next week, you could have it by August.
Oh, sure.
Okay, by the fair time, because a lot of people have people coming in for the fair too.
And frankly, the fall is one of the best times of year to be outside here in Iowa. It's not as hot, there's less bugs, something that showed up around the middle end of August, realistically, you're still going to have a couple good months of use of it.
Now, all of these really plush pieces, do you have to cover them all up then for the winter? Do you bring the cushions inside? What's kind of the care over the winter months for them?
What we recommend is to bring the cushions in. They dry very quickly, but they don't like to freeze. So you want to bring the cushions in during the winter. The frames are something that can be left outside though all year long.
You don't have to bring those in?
No. I mean, you can if you'd like, but the sun is really what does the wear and tear on those. It's just not that sunny here in the winter time. Snow, ice, those types of things really don't affect them.
All right, no, you don't affect it. Don't affect what? What kind of frames are we talking here? What's the structure made of? The base structure?
Essentially, aluminum tubing. There will be some that are going to be solid pieces of aluminum, but the majority of them are going to be a powder-coated aluminum tubing. So you're dealing with something that's got a fair amount of weight to it, but not super heavy, but very corrosion resistant.
And powder-coated, so it's not just paint, so it's durable.
It's quite durable. I mean, if you smack it hard enough, you have to smack it pretty hard to get through the powder coat. And then the wicker material is actually a synthetic material called Halaro. It's very similar to what they used to make phone cords out of, for those of you who remember having a phone with a cord.
Or even a cable, like a cable like this here. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And they put a UV inhibitor in there, so it's designed to be very fade resistant, and it doesn't have any kind of rotting or problems with being outside on freezing thaw or any of that.
No. What about color selection in the wicker type material?
I'll have most of the colors that we can get on hand. So if
yes,
even if
and
you,
yes, and yes.
She's got your mantra down there. How about
that? Well, if it's true, it's true.
That's right.
But it's easy stuff to get if we don't have. But we have a pretty good selection of wicker on hand. I think if you're coming in and you're looking for grays or browns or beiges, we should have your bases covered.
All right, Chris Bump here from the Fireplace Superstore. We're talking about the deep seating that you could have on your deck.
I'm excited about all these other options.
Here's the
you
ultimate
can really be plush outside.
Here's the ultimate question. Here's how we can find out a real answer for some things. What do you have on your deck?
I have 5 of the big deep cushion lounge chairs. I decided that I have friends over, and sofas are great, but you only usually seat 2 people on a sofa, and I wanted everybody to have their own big comfy chair.
Have their own space?
So we've got 5 big comfy lounge chairs around a fire pit, and my cushions will go out sometime in April, and they usually come in around Thanksgiving.
Really? That really is a long time, isn't it?
They just stay out there and they do their little cushion thing, and every once in a while, if it hasn't rained for a bit, we'll hose them off to get any of the bird droppings off them. Otherwise, they're good to go.
So you really just leave them and enjoy them.
Exactly. That's
without
what they're
having
there for.
To worry about it.
Buying something that requires maintenance is kind of not my deal.
See, that's a lot of times you hear that they say, "Oh, you can take care of these. You just do this to them and that to them." You don't have to worry about that. You just put them out, forget them, and enjoy them.
Exactly. When you feel like you're finally done for the year outside, then you drag them in, put them in the garage or down in the basement, and then when it starts to get nice in the summer or in the spring, you put them out and you leave them out there all summer long.
and you enjoy them again.
Yeah, that's
Perfect. But you said you have plenty in stock right now. Again, people getting geared up for the big holiday that's coming. Actually, you're going to be celebrating a long time since it's in the middle of the week. But you can go over to your place and you can get them loaded up. And how many do you have in stock now? How many different sets do you have in stock overall?
Overall, we've got over 100 groups on hand.
100?
And I've probably got back stock on 75% of those. So yeah, if something that you want soon, please come see us because I've got a lot of different patio groups.
What's the most popular
That's what I was
number seating arrangement for one of these backyard areas?
We're all over the place now. It used to be that you had 4 chairs and a dining table,
right.
But it hasn't been that way for over 10 years. A lot of sofa groups, a lot of the 4 chair and a fire pit or 5 chairs and a fire pit. Big dining groups are more popular than the smaller dining groups now. Yeah, it's tough to put a "this is my best seller."
What's the biggest one you have? What's the biggest set that you have?
As far as physical dimension, I've got some dining groups that'll seat 10.
Seat 10?
So they're at extension tables, so they're designed where they'll get bigger or smaller, and you can put 10 chairs
like a dining room
them.
table, but for outdoor use.
Exactly.
I'd never heard of that.
Big, heavy cast aluminum. As far as for deep seating type groups, I've got some sectionals that you could easily seat 8 or 10 people on. So there's some big groups. If you've got a big deck, we can fill it.
Okay.
What about the good old-fashioned picnic table? Does anybody do those anymore?
We've got a few of the picnic tables from Berlin Gardens, which is my poly furniture line, the heavy, dense recycled plastic material, and they do both an octagon with the benches that come up off the edges, or the regular old picnic table like you remember from the park.
There you go.
Some of them now have little troughs you can put that have fire pits, or also were for ice and kind of.
A lot of my bigger dining tables are set up with the fire pits in the middle. That's actually gotten to be more popular because somebody may have a situation where they want dining, but they want a fire pit, but they don't want a big lounge group. So yeah, gives you the best of the worlds.
All right, we need to tell everybody how to find your place so they can check out all these cool things we were talking about today. What's the easiest way to get to your place?
We're on Douglas Avenue, 109th and Douglas. So if you get off the interstate, exit 126, head back east towards Homeacres. We're about quarter mile east of the interstate on the south side of the road.
That works.
Easy to find
wonderful.
And big selection.
There you have it. Thank you, sir. Great
Thanks for
stuff, man.
Appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. All right, it is 8:52, and we will be right back.